Hello, my name is Monica Beccaria, and today I'm going to talk to you about the use of L1 for learning other foreign languages. L1 means first language or mother tongue, and L2 means second language or target language. For example, my L1 is Spanish, and my L2 is English. That's the language I'm learning. Benefits of using L1 for learning foreign languages. Using L1 can help teachers explain or clarify concepts, tasks, assignments, instructions, or activities more clearly. If I'm the teacher and I'm speaking L2 all the time, then my students may not understand what they have to do. Using L1 can stimulate collaborative dialogue among L2 learners in classes. L1 use can save classroom time. For example, again, if I'm speaking only in English, then my students won't understand the instructions, mostly if they're in a basic level. But if I use L1 for the instructions, I'm saving time. The use of L1 creates a low anxiety atmosphere for both learners and teachers. Now we're going to talk about the limitations of using L1 for learning other foreign languages. The first one is limited target language input and output. Number two, interfering L2 learners think in target language. So if I'm speaking Spanish all the time, I'm the teacher, and my students won't think in their target language. They don't have the need. They won't see the need of doing it. Number three, reduce learning motivation, leading to learners over-reliance on L1. So if I'm speaking Spanish, they will lose motivation and they won't think in English. They won't see the need. So they're going to speak only in Spanish because I'm not asking them to speak in English. And I'm giving all the information in Spanish, everything in Spanish, all the time. This is for excesses. Now we're going to do a balance. You think it's good to use L1 in an L2 classroom, or do you think that the teacher should use L2 only? Now we have some suggested uses. Eliciting language. How do you say casa in English, for example? Checking comprehension. How do you say I've been waiting for 10 minutes in Spanish? Also used for comprehension of a reading or listening text. Number three, giving complex instructions to basic levels. Always easy instructions, easy to understand. Cooperating in groups. Learners compare and correct answers to exercises or tasks in the L1. Students at times can explain new points better than the teacher. Number five, explain classroom methodology at basic levels. Always explain how you're going to teach, how are you going to explain, how are you going to assess. Using translation to highlight a recently taught language. Checking for sense. If students write or say something in the L2 that does not make sense, have them try to translate it into the L1 to realize their error. Number eight, testing translation items can be useful in testing mastery of forms and meanings. And number nine, developing circumlocution strategies. When students do not know how to say something in the L2, have them think in different ways to say the same thing in the L1, which may be easier to translate. Okay, now we have the questions. What do you understand by the term mother tongue? Number two, have you been in a classroom where the teacher only spoke L2? How did you feel? Number three, do you believe that it's better to have a teacher that uses L1 and L2 in class? Number four, Give a percentage of how much L1 must be used in class and explain. That is your point of view. How much percentage, 80%, 90%, etc. And you have to explain why do you think that's a percentage you believe is the one that should be used in class. And number 5, from the benefits I talked about, which do you think is the most important? You just have to choose one and explain why is the one that you think it's the most important um, for you. Thank you very much. My name again is Monica Beccaria, and I hope you liked my video. Bye bye.